I was just getting ready to put the gas tank back up by myself. And I wanted to double check to make sure that the ground on the gas tank was working right. If you could see, yeah, right there, you can see it's below E. It's below E, right? There's no gas in it, right? Well, before, when there's no gas in it, with the ground being just a little bit dirty, it was kind of reading in the top range of that red. Oh, you know what's going on right there? The wire just came loose. The wire just came loose, so it's going to go to full. So let's watch this. Now, let's see what happens. There's just some alligator clips holding them on. Okay. Yeah, you can see it going down to E. There she goes. Slow. It's working. Should go a little further than that. But I don't know if I have the alligator clips on there perfect. But I did, you know, once it's buttoned up, it goes all the way down to E. So that should be it. Yeah, you can see how I just threw some alligator clips on it, and I cleaned off the ground going to the body really good. And I put some dielectric grease on here, and it'll get, I don't know, some paint and a rubberized undercoating so it doesn't corrode over the top of that where that screw goes into the body. But I'll just put some alligator clips on them. Sometimes they're not connecting all the way, but when I had them on there perfect, it went all the way to below E, because the ground and all the connections are good. So, because before, when I was testing the what do you call it, the float, you know, the fuel sending unit, it was showing like at the top of the red, like it was actually out of gas, when it would show like there's like 3 gallons when you're in the warning range. Well, that should be fixed now, but you know, it'll be fixed when the connectors are solidly on there with no alligator clips. Let's see if I made a solid connection then. And this kind of bugs me because I want this gauge to freaking work right. And it's still saying that's where it was before. I don't like that. Let me double check something else. Maybe I don't have something connected right. It was going down to freaking below E. Let's see what we got. Nope. I don't know why it went all the way down to E before, but that's telling me it went all the way down to the E. I don't know what the hell, some other wire then. Something else, maybe where it's connected on top of the fuel tank. That's why I didn't put it back up in the freaking car yet, because I want to make sure it's right. Now that went down to here, maybe it's going down even further. You know what it is? It might be where it was connected to the top of the gas tank. And it's just a hair lower. These connections got to be really super clean, or else you're not going to get good accurate readings. And the top of the gas tank is the new fuel sending unit, but the actual little wire that has that special connector needs to be cleaned out really good. It's a little bit better. It was all the way down to E before. That's pissing me off. It ain't working right now. And I'm trying direct ground, no float. See if it goes down lower, a little bit lower. Maybe it'll go lower if I shake it around or some shit. Well, I'm going to just put it together, and maybe when I drive it'll be alright. Or some crap. It's going a little lower. I'll use the actual wiring harness instead of the jumper cables. See if it does anything. Well, I guess I have to make sure that, shit, it was down at freaking E though before. Guess that's where it's going to be running out. I think I got it. It's it's kind of into the red on the E. So what that means is, as you drive the car, you know, the float might shake around and crap a little bit, and then, you know, it shouldn't run out of gas as long as it isn't in that red. Well, now I got the gas tank all up in here, and the connections are on here nice and solid. I found out something. You kind of got to shake the car a little bit, and kind of jumbles the float around, and then it does get a little bit better. Showing to me. Yeah, you can see the gauge now. It's at least it goes into the red now, because I kind of shook the car, and I guess if you're driving it, well, wait a minute, now it's, see, nah, it's going to the bottom of the red. See that shit? There you go. There you go. I had to like shake the car a little bit, and that made it work. So when you're driving it, that's cool. So now at the top of the red, it wasn't working right before because the ground was a little dirty. You know, you see it's moving up just a hair. It's like very sensitive because that float actually it could just be, you know, it's got slight resistance one way or the other. But when you're driving it, at least now I know that when it's at the top of the red, there might be a gallon or two left in there. So at least I got, you know, some of that reserve in there, because I would hate to have it like above the red and it's actually bone dry. That would be fucked up. That would be screwed up, man. So now, yeah, it goes solidly into the red zone. So that was because it wasn't working like that before, because the ground had a little bit of resistance to it. So I used like the Dremel tool to clean off the body. I cleaned off the screw really good. I put electromotive grease on there, and then I'll cover it up with like undercoating or paint and undercoating and shit like that, rubberized undercoating, so it doesn't rust. So yeah, we're good. Good. So that means all the gauges work. Got the new tachometer in there. All the shit's working. The water temperature's working. The oil pressure's working. The amps, speedometer. Yay! So that's cool.